Hello students, today we are going to start with poem number 3, Keeping Quiet, written by Pablo Neruda. Now before we start with the explanation of this poem, let me introduce the poet to you. Pablo Neruda was born in the year 1904 in the town of Paralimchal. His poems talks about the understanding images, and this makes the poems more beautiful. He also won the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1971. Now in his poem, Keeping Quiet, the poet, he talks about a closely quiet introspection. A necessity for close introspection, close quiet introspection. Necessity for the quiet introspection and creating the feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. So now let us start with the explanation of the poem. You can just remove your textbook and listen to the explanation of the poem. Quiet, written by Pablo Neruda. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. It would be an exotic moment, without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Now, the poet in this poem, he encourages people all over the world to count to 12. Be quiet and do nothing. He wants the people to be still so that there will be silence on the earth. And this would be an unusual and an exotic means an exciting moment without the rush of the vehicles, without the noise of the engines. And this stillness will be strange. Why? Because there won't be any pollution. And the bonds of humanity also will be stronger. Fisherman in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Now the fisherman, he has also become still, and because of his inactivity of catching fish, the whales in the sea will be safe. And the salt pan workers, they will also get time to heal their wounds. They will get enough time to look at their hurt hands where they have got hurt, and they'll be able to heal their wounds. Those who prepare green wars with gas, wars with those who prepare green wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. In this stanza, the poet tells that those people, those who wage wars against humanity or environment, including the use of poisonous gases, wars where there is victory but no survivors. These people, they will shade their uniforms and they'll walk peacefully with their brothers. And so there would be peace, harmony, and brotherhood in the country. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. If we were not so single minded about keeping our lives moving, and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Now, in this stanza, the poet, he wants to clarify himself that though he is advocating the importance of silence, he is telling us the importance of silence. He doesn't want to be misunderstood by his readers. He doesn't mean inactivity, that you don't do any work and keep quiet and sit in one corner. He doesn't mean that. He wants that to be action for progress, or there will be death. He wants that the people should not be self centered, they should not be selfish. They should do the action for the progress of their brothers, for the progress of their country. And he wants the people to introspect themselves. He doesn't want them to be self centered or selfish. He wants the people to move in the right direction of life, and he wants the people to live their life in a right direction, and as well as he wants them to let the other people also live a happy and an enthusiastic or a life which there is harmony. Perhaps the death can teach us as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I'll count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. Now in these lines, the poet, he tells that earth can be the best teacher to guide us in the process of being quiet. He also says that a seed seems to be dead. When we are planting, we are sowing a seed inside the earth. That seed seems to be dead. And when it is planted, it comes to life and it produces a plant or a tree. Isn't it? The same way he wants the people also, that you sow such a seed that it would grow into a plant and it brings life to it. Means we should help the people, those who are really in need, and we should try to save their life, and we would not be an obstacle in the life, or we should not hinder the progress of any other people. Again, he offers to count 12 for his reader to introspect, and then he wants to move away so that the reader can enjoy his meditative and introspecting state. He tells the people that again you count up to 12 and be quiet and I will go. Means he wants to move away, but he wants the reader, those who are reading this poem, he wants these readers to count it 12, and he wants the readers to introspect themselves and just meditate their life. They should live their life in such a way that they should examine. Introspect means to examine themselves, that whatever they are doing is right or wrong. Either they are not disturbing or not putting any obstacles in the lives of the other people, isn't it? So he wants the readers to be meditative and they should know to introspect themselves. So this is the poem. I hope you have understood the poem. So just you can watch the video once or twice and try to write the summary by yourself. In the next video, we'll just try to identify the figure of speech used in this poem. Till then, be safe, be healthy. Now we'll be identifying the figure of speech of the poem, Keeping Quiet. The first line, that is, now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. Now this line denotes metonymy. The figure of speech used in this line is metonymy because the words count to 12 and keep still represents patience. Keep still means the person has to be quiet. Now next one, for once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. The figure of speech used is personification. Why? Because the inanimate earth is given the human quality of having a face of the earth. Actually, the humans, they have face, or means living beings, they have got face. The non-living things, they do not have face. Here the non-living thing, that is earth, is personified. It is being told that it has the face, so it is personification. And the other figure of speech used is lithos. Why lithos? Because here the negation is used to convey the positive meaning. You can see here, for once on the face of the earth, let's not speak any language. Means not speak means we have to be quiet. So the negative word denotes it conveys the positive meaning. So it is litotes. The next one, let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. Now, as I told here, the figure of speech used is synecdoche because the word arms, which is a part of the body, it stands for the people. It doesn't only talk about the part of the body, but it talks about the whole, all the people. So a part for the whole is used over here. So it is synecdoche. The next figure of speech is pun. Now, actually, pun is a figure of speech in which a word is used which is capable of having more than one meaning. Now, you can see in this line the word arms is used. Here the word arm, it denotes two different meanings. First meaning is it's a part of a body, and the other meaning of arms is defense ammunition. Means a weapon which is used for defending a person, isn't it? So here the one single word, that is arm, it denotes two different meanings. One is the part of the body and another is a defense ammunition. So the figure of speech used is pun. And the third figure of speech is used, that is litotes. Again here the negation is used to convey the positive meaning that we should keep still. Not move our arms means you have to be still. Okay. It would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. It would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. The figure of speech used is metonymy because here the words without rush, it represents people. Without rush means who are always rushing here and there? The people, isn't it? So here the words without rush represents people, and without engines it represents the machines. Next one, we would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Now if you read the line again, you can see there are two rhyming words, that is we would all be. We and be are the two rhyming words used in the same line. So the figure of speech is internal rhyme. Next one, fisherman in the cold sea would not harm whales. Would not harm whales. Not, it shows the negation, but it is used to convey the positive meaning. Fisherman in the cold sea would not harm whales. The figure of speech used is litotes. Why? Because the negation is used to convey the positive meaning. You can read the sentence, fisherman in the cold sea would not harm whales. Not is a word which shows the negation, but it conveys the positive meaning that the fishermen, they would save the whales. If they would not harm, that means they would save the whales. Then the next one, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Now the figure of speech used here is synecdoche. Why? Because here the words hands, which is a part of the body, it stands for the man, those who are gathering salt. It doesn't show only the hands, it shows the whole man, those who are gathering the salt. The next one, those who prepare green wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade, doing nothing. Now you can see here the rhyming words. The last two words, that is doing, nothing, they are the rhyming words. So the figure of speech used is internal rhyme. The next figure of speech used here is irony. Now, what's irony? The irony is a figure of speech in which the real meaning is exactly the opposite of that which is literally conveyed. Irony is a figure of speech in which the real meaning is exactly the opposite of that which is literally conveyed, means which is used in the words. Now, here you can see the word victory with no survivors. The meaning victory with no survivors, it denotes the opposite meaning, that it is actually a defeat. If you read the line, you will understand that victory with no survivors means the person has just won, but there are no people whom he is going to rule. And the opposite meaning over here is that actually he is been defeated. Why? Because now if he is going to win, then whom he is going to rule? If he has won, then there should be people now whom he is going to rule. Now the next figure of speech is litotes. Why? Because here the negative word no survivors, it is being used to convey a positive meaning that no survivor means all are dead. The next line, that is, what I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Again, the figure of speech used here is litotes because the negation is used to convey a positive meaning. What I want should not be, not is a negative word, not be confused with total inactivity means not to do any actions. Okay, now here the negation is used to convey a positive meaning that there will be, the poet says that you don't be confused. It doesn't mean that you all have to sit at one place and you don't have to do any activity. That is not the meaning of the poet. The poet means that there should be action, but the action should be in such a way that the person should not be selfish or self-centered. The next figure of speech is metonymy, because here the word inactivity represents death. Next one, number 10. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. Now, if you read the line again, you can see two words, that is life and death, and both are the opposite words. Both the words, they shows the different opposite ideas, life and death. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. Now, no truck with death, that means doesn't want or want nothing to do with. That is the meaning of no truck with death. Now here the two opposite words, life and death, they are used in the same line for poetic effect. So the figure of speech used is antithesis. Antithesis is a figure of speech in which the two opposite words, they are being used in the same line. It is not necessary that they are going to be used the same or next to each other. If it is used next to each other, then it is oxymoron. But it is just showing the opposite ideas. So the figure of speech is antithesis. Next one, if we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing. Now you can see the two rhyming words, keeping and nothing. Okay, and moving, nothing. These are the rhyming words which are used in the same line. So figure of speech used here is internal rhyme. The next is, perhaps a youth's silence might interrupt the sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Now you can see here the line, read the line, perhaps a youth's silence might interrupt. Silence might interrupt. Now silence, you know, that is an inanimate. It is given the human quality of interrupting, of disturbing. Okay. So the figure of speech used here is, yes, personification. Yes. Why? Because the inanimate word silence is given the human quality of interrupting. Then the other, you can see the two words understanding, threatening. These are the two rhyming words, yes, which are used in the same sentence, same line. So here is litotes. Litotes, as I told you, it's a figure of speech which in which a negative word is used to convey an affirmative or a positive meaning, that too much inactivity may result into death. Then the next one, perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. The earth can teach. Here the inanimate earth is given the human quality of teaching. So the figure of speech used is personification. Again, if you read, you can see two opposite words, that is dead and alive, isn't it? Dead and alive, they are the two opposite words which are used to denote two opposite ideas. So the figure of speech used is antithesis. Okay, I hope all the figure of speech are clear to you. Okay, and you can just revise it. Also, you can try to give a test if you want by yourself. So we'll be meeting in the next session. Till then, keep safe, keep healthy.